Ibrahim Traoré survives assassination attempt in Burkina. Burkina Faso's interim president Ibrahim Traoré has dodged another deadly plot. He showed his strength in the face of the country's political chaos. The Cactus media outlet said the would-be assassins aimed to blow up Traoré's home. But, thanks to the quick action of Burkinabe security, the plan failed. This event adds to Burkina Faso's long story of power struggles. Traoré, a military leader who took power in September 2022, has faced many dangers. He has survived several attempts on his life. With security issues and a shaky political scene, Traoré's survival is a sign of the country's fragile state. Burkina Faso's future is uncertain. The world is watching to see how Traoré will lead the country through these hard times. Breaking news. Assassination plot against Burkina Faso's leader thwarted. An attempt to kill Burkina Faso's leader, Ibrahim Traoré, has been stopped. Reports from Cactus Media say the plan was to blow up the presidential home. This shows the big security problems the country's leaders face and how unstable Burkina Faso's politics are. Police have caught 4 people linked to the coup try. 2 more are still on the run. The military took over in September 2022. Now, over 2 million people have had to leave their homes because of the violence. Burkina Faso is showing great strength, even with this failed attack. The country has seen many failed coup attempts since Traoré became leader in September 2022. Yet, the government keeps working to keep people safe and the area stable. The mastermind, former president's uncle's involvement revealed. The recent attempt to kill Burkina Faso's leader, Ibrahim Traoré, has shown a complex web of power. The uncle of the former president, Lieutenant Colonel Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba, is seen as the mastermind. This is a big shock. Damiba took power on January 31, 2022, but was later removed by Traoré. This shows how unstable West African politics can be. It also shows how military power and threats are key issues. Now, Burkina Faso is dealing with the aftermath of this failed plot. The world is watching closely. They know the impact on West Africa's military and security is big. Ibrahim Traoré survives assassination attempt. Timeline of events. Ibrahim Traoré, the leader of Burkina Faso, barely escaped an assassination attempt in October 2022. This event came as the country was dealing with a coup in September 2022. Traoré's rise to power has been filled with political turmoil and security issues. Traoré, 35 years old, took power in a military coup just 2 months before. This move removed the previous president, Damiba. The attack on Traoré's life showed the big risks he faces as Burkina Faso's interim president. Several security guards were hurt in the ambush, showing the physical damage of the attack. The attempt on Traoré's life happened in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso's capital. This shows how vulnerable the country's cities are to security threats. Burkina Faso has faced growing instability since 2015, thanks to extremist groups like Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State. Traoré's government wants to focus on national sovereignty and not rely so much on Western countries. This might change Burkina Faso's diplomatic ties. Using local militias against jihadist threats has had mixed results, showing a complex security plan. Experts say the latest attack could make political divisions worse and slow down efforts to stabilize Burkina Faso. The African Union and the United Nations have called for peace in the country. Traoré's leadership is under a lot of pressure because of the worsening security, attacks by insurgents, and political unrest. Historical context. Burkina Faso's pattern of political upheaval. Burkina Faso has faced a lot of political turmoil. This includes many coups and attempted coups. These events have greatly affected the country's leadership and its relations with other regions. The country's politics have been all about power struggles. Military leaders often take control by force. They then suspend the constitution and set up new rules. The Sahel region, including Burkina Faso, has seen a rise in military power. This is due to many reasons like outside influence, ethnic issues, economic problems, and leaders wanting to stay in power. This has badly hurt Burkina Faso's democracy. Human rights and the constitution are often ignored. Despite all this, the people of Burkina Faso are strong. They are working to make their democracy better and elections fair. But the future is still unsure because of ongoing regional conflicts and security issues. Knowing Burkina Faso's past political troubles is key to understanding West Africa's complex politics and finding stability. September 2022 coup. How Traoré rose to power. In September 2022, Burkina Faso saw a big change in its politics. Captain Ibrahim Traoré took power, removing the previous leader, Damiba. The military group behind the coup dissolved the government and suspended the constitution. This event marked a new chapter in the country's political turmoil. Traoré was a soldier in Mali under the UN peacekeeping mission in 2014. He is known for his bold and courageous leadership. He faced a tough battle against extremist militants in Timbuktu and was promoted to captain in Burkina Faso in 2020. The coup happened when Burkina Faso was facing growing insecurity and a severe jihadist insurgency. In 2022, the country lost about 6,000 lives to these attacks. This shows how serious the security problems are. Traoré became the youngest head of state at 34 after the coup in September 2022. He declared himself the new transitional president on October 6, 2022. His leadership has been marked by ongoing political instability. The country has seen at least 18 coup attempts since he took power. Military leadership and security challenges in West Africa. West Africa has seen a rise in coups and attempted coups. This shows the region's political instability and security threats. Corruption, economic troubles, and insecurity are key factors. Burkina Faso is at the heart of this problem. It has had 11 regimes since gaining independence. The country's history is filled with political changes, including 4 constitutional and 7 non-constitutional ones. The creation of the Popular Rapid Intervention Battalions, BAPR, in 1983 added to the security issues. This move by Blaise Compaoré's regime made things more complicated. After Compaoré, security threats in West Africa grew. Terrorist attacks in Burkina Faso increased. The military got involved in regional conflicts. There have been arrests of Burkinabe soldiers for trying to destabilize. Rebel leaders from neighboring countries are also involved. The formation of elite security units like the Presidential Security Regiment, RSP, under Compaoré's rule adds to the complexity. Regional implications and international response. The attempted assassination of Burkina Faso's leader, Ibrahim Traoré, has shocked the West African region. It has raised concerns about more instability and conflict. The political turmoil in Burkina Faso shows how fragile West African politics are. Neighboring countries like Mali and Niger are watching closely. They face similar security challenges from extremist groups and regional tensions. The United Nations and regional groups like ECOWAS have expressed their worries. They urge for a peaceful solution to the crisis. The international community's response to the crisis in Burkina Faso is critical. Diplomatic efforts, security cooperation, and economic support are essential. They aim to address the instability's root causes and promote lasting peace and development in the region. Burkina Faso's current political landscape under Traoré. Since Ibrahim Traoré took power in September 2022, Burkina Faso has seen ongoing security issues and political instability. The government has faced several failed coup attempts. This shows how fragile the current leadership is and the ongoing threats to stability in this West African country. Traoré's leadership focuses on restoring security, fighting corruption, and boosting the economy. Yet, the political scene remains shaky. Recently, violence led to the deaths of 53 people, including security forces. The fight against an Islamist insurgency, starting in 2015 from Mali, is a big challenge. Traoré's government aims to tackle this threat. But the situation is still dangerous, with attacks ongoing and growing discontent among the people. Despite the political turmoil, Burkina Faso's economy has shown some strength, with a 6.9% GDP growth in 2021. But the country's heavy reliance on gold exports and decline in sectors like cotton and livestock hint at a fragile recovery. As Traoré's leadership tries to manage Burkina Faso's complex political and security situation, the world will watch closely. The struggle for stability and progress in this West African nation continues. Security measures and presidential protection protocols. The failed assassination attempt on Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso's president, has sparked debate. It has raised questions about the country's security and how well it protects its leaders. Traoré's bravery in the face of danger is inspiring, but the incident also shows weaknesses in the system meant to keep leaders safe. After the attempt on Traoré's life, Burkina Faso must look at its security plans. It's important to check for weaknesses in the president's protection and to add new safety steps. This could mean looking at threats from within the security team and finding ways to prevent future dangers. Protecting the president is a big challenge not just for Burkina Faso but for many countries. They all face the risk of political violence and attempts on leaders' lives. Traoré and his team will have to find a way to keep him safe while also keeping the country's democracy strong. Here's a call to remind you to like our video and subscribe to get more videos whenever we drop them. Thank you.